What is up guys, it's your boy Solam here, back with another Classic WoW video for Cataclysm Classic and Mr. Pandaria Classic, and with the announcement of Mr. Pandaria, plus the recent Blizzard confirmation as well, where they basically promoted a pack where they are both selling mounts, level 85 boost and transmogs. Well, they have confirmed roughly when we're getting Mr. Pandaria, which I covered in a video yesterday, and today we're covering, well, should you be hyped for Mr. Pandaria? This will obviously be a subjective video where I'm talking about my stance on Mr. Pandaria, and I'm just gonna say, I love Mr. Pandaria. It is one of the expansions where I think I had the most fun, and it was also the first expansion where I really started taking the game very seriously, and I don't know, should I say very seriously? I don't know. I raided on like every single difficulty, started doing LFR raids, did normal raids, did heroic raids, both oi. Voice crack, both in 10 man and 25 man, so I was a little bit all over the place, doing a little bit of everything. It was also when I started dipping my toes into actual PvP and doing ranked PvP. So I remember when Mr. Pandaria launched, and back then it got a lot of negative rep from people who were like, haha lol, pandas in WoW, I'm not gonna play this, like why would I play a panda in WoW? Everyone was absolutely freaking out about Pandaren being in WoW, and the thing is, with Cataclysm Classic going into Mr. Pandaria, I'm betting somebody's going to quit this time around as well, and say haha lol, panda bear in my video game, and just like throwing off the entire expansion just due to them not liking pandas, or pandas being in WoW, even though that happened in Warcraft. Is based in, that's in the lore from the past, like, is a whole different argument. But for me, I think Mr. Pandaria is a good expansion that most people that are currently playing Cataclysm will really enjoy, and having played various different Voldemort servers in the past, well, I'm just gonna say, a lot of people like Mr. Pandaria that also don't like Cataclysm, and I think this could be one of those expansions where we might see more people coming back than we see people leaving. So for example, when it comes to Classic WoW, TBC and Wrath, we have basically been losing players going into Cataclysm, right? We lost a huge chunk of people. I don't think we'll be losing that many people going from Cataclysm to Mr. Pandaria, plus I think a lot of people that skipped Cataclysm will be coming back for Mr. Pandaria. Because, like, Cataclysm might not be the best expansion according to a lot of people, and the same thing goes for Mr. Pandaria, but I do think that, objectively, it's a better expansion, and it has way better raids. When it comes to Cataclysm for me, there's only really one raid that I really enjoy doing, and that is Firelands. When it comes to Mr. Pandaria, there's only really one raid that I don't enjoy doing, and that is TOES, or TOES, basically Terrace of Endless Springs, just because it's such a short raid, and the final boss on Heroic was incredibly difficult back in the day. We'll see how it is this time, but it was very difficult and caused a lot of problems. Either way, it's a short raid, and to be, it's not really a raid tier, I guess it is, but at the same time you have Hoff you can do as well, Heart of Fear, right? So there's a lot of good raids, and the final two raids into Mr. Pandaria, obviously subjectively, like, you might hate them, but for me, I love them. Throne of Thunder is arguably one of the best raids of all time, and Siege of Orgrimmar is actually surprisingly well done as well, because when that launched back in the day, I was so negative. I was just like, Orgrimmar as a raid? Could you not be any more creative? And then I did the raid and I was like, okay, this is actually pretty good. And not just pretty good, like very good. I enjoyed Siege of Orgrimmar way more than I thought I was going to. And overall, the whole expansion is just great. And I feel like they have learned a little bit from their mistakes, because for me, Cataclysm started off great. Firelands was great, and then the final patch was just not that great. For Mr. Pandaria, I feel like it literally gets better every single patch. So you have the first patch, or the first phase, I guess, like phases of Classic WoW, or phases of Mist. When we get into Throne of Thunder and Isle of Thunder, that is such a good patch for absolutely everyone. Whether you're doing PvE, raids, dungeons, if you just want to log on and do some dailies, Isle of Thunder is such a good place. And then after Isle of Thunder, we get Siege of Orgrimmar and the Timeless Isle, which makes gearing up alts so easy, leveling up alts so easy, and you can basically get like bound on a counter gear that you can send back and forth, and it's such a good place as well for absolutely everyone. Whether you're doing PvP on an open PvP server, it is so good. When it comes to Timeless Isle, you have so many people you can like face, and there's so many different challenges you can do, and so many different rares, and yeah, like treasures you can hunt down on the Timeless Isle. So for me, the last 2 patches of Mists of Pandaria are insane, and it's an expansion that once again just gets better and better every single phase. Now, when it comes to raids as well, I think in Classic WoW, when it comes to like progressive Classic WoW, so 2019 Vanilla, into TVC, into Wrath, and now Cataclysm, we have progressively gotten more and more into raid logging, and a lot of people, the only reason why they play is to do raids. And for me, I feel like the raids in Mists of Pandaria are very, very good and very well designed to where you can have fun whether you're playing on normal, LFR, or you're playing on heroic difficulty. There's so many different ways that you can play the game, and you can find challenges no matter what skill level you personally are at. And at the same time, like excluding Terrace of Endless Springs, I feel like there are no bad raids. And this is obviously subjectively, like some of you guys might really enjoy Terrace of Endless Springs. It is actually a pretty quick raid. It's kind of like the Ice Crown raid, not Ice Crown, but like the the Trial of the Grand Crusader, there we go. I didn't enjoy that raid, but a lot of people did because there's no trash. All you do is go in and blast down 3 or 4 bosses and you are good to go. That is basically Terrace, and to me that was just not fun because it was way too quick, and the last boss was a little bit too difficult. Now, something else that I'm personally really looking forward to is playing a monk again, because it's been such a long time, and I really love every single spec that monks can play, like both Brewmaster, Mistweaver, and Windwalker. They have such fun specs to play, and Mistweaver, for example, is one of my favorite healer specs of all time. I really love that spec, especially in Warlords, but in Mists of Pandaria as well, it's pretty good, and I can't wait to see how packed the starting zone will be when Pandarians becomes unlocked, which kind of leads me into a question here. Do we think Pandas will be unlocked with the pre-patch, or will it be at the actual release? I do not recall how it was back in the day, but I'm hoping we can start leveling up Pandarians during the pre-patch. Either way, that's basically what I have for you today, so let me know in the comments down below if you are excited about Mists of Pandaria, and if you played Mists of Pandaria back in the day, what was your favorite feature about Mists of Pandaria? Like, what did you enjoy the most? Let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like down below as well, and thank you once again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you again in the next video very soon.